Doing number 67 of Scott's Weekend Sports today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back once again today with my Survivor Series and NXT TakeOver War Games predictions, which are happening this Saturday and Sunday on the WWE Network. So let's start with Saturday night's NXT TakeOver War Games. Should be another great NXT TakeOver. Every time NXT takes over, it never seems to disappoint. So I can't wait for another great NXT TakeOver card this weekend. Let's get right into our predictions right now. So the first match on the card is going to be the Velveteen Dream challenging the current NXT Heavyweight Champion Tommaso Ciampa. And I'm going to go with the dominant male, the Sicilian psychopath, whatever you want to call him. He is your NXT champion, and I think he stays that way. Giving Tommaso Ciampa to retain the NXT Heavyweight Championship here over the Velveteen Dream. Should be a great show. I'm going to take the dominant male, Tommaso Ciampa, to retain the NXT Championship here at TakeOver War Games. Next up, in a match that a lot of people have been waiting for since, I believe, back in August, is that it will be Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, going against the Prince of Darkness, as I like to call him, Aleister Black. I'm going to take Johnny Gargano to win this match. I just feel like they want this rivalry to keep going a little bit. So I'll take Johnny Wrestling to get a win over Aleister here, just to prove that he did beat him up a few months back in July. So I'll take Johnny Gargano to win this match in a very great match. But don't be shocked if Aleister Black wins. I'll take Johnny Gargano, though, to walk out of here with the win. But I could change these picks as the week moves along. So I'll take Johnny Wrestling for now to win the match. Next up for the NXT Women's Championship, best 2 out of 3 falls. Should be a great match. It's the current champion who just won her title back at Evolution. She is your current NXT Women's Champion, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, and she will be putting her title on the line against the former NXT Women's Champion, Kairi Sane. And I think this is where Shayna Baszler takes the title, retains here. I'm going to take the Ace of Spades, Shayna Baszler, to retain the NXT Women's Championship here at TakeOver. She looked very good back at Evolution to win the title. And a lot of people were like, but she got some help to win that title back at Evolution. And I understand that, but she's still one of the best talents that NXT's got this year. So I'll take the Ace of Spades, Shayna Baszler, to retain her NXT Women's Championship here at TakeOver War Games this Saturday. And now for the War Games match. People have been waiting to see this match, as it will be the current NXT UK Champion Pete Dunne teaming up with his tag team partner, the current NXT North American Champion Ricochet, as they go up against Hanson and Ray Rowe. They are known as the War Raiders. And their opponents are going to be all members of the Undisputed Era: Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Roderick Strong. Should be a great match here. War Games was not great last year. Probably the weakest TakeOver of the year last year. But I think this match is going to be much better than it was last year. I'm going to take the Undisputed Era to get the win here. I could see a main roster call for all 4 of these guys coming up this either Monday or Tuesday night on Raw or SmackDown. Maybe even a Survivor Series we'll see them. But I'll take the Undisputed Era to get the win over the War Raiders and Dunne and Ricochet on Saturday night. And now into the Survivor Series predictions. Should be another awesome card here as we go into Survivor Series this Sunday on the WWE Network. One of the main 5 pay-per-views of WWE's calendar year. One of the last 2 of the calendar year. Next month will be TLC. So this is the last big event before the Royal Rumble back comes in January. So let's get into my predictions for Survivor Series right now. First match on the card will be the current WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar going against the new SmackDown WWE Champion. We just saw him win the title back on Tuesday night. And he is the little engine that could, Daniel Bryan. I'm going to take Brock Lesnar to win this match. WWE is so far up Brock Lesnar's you-know-what right now. So I'm going to take Brock to win the match. Brock is looking for a major push before WrestleMania, before he maybe loses the title to either Drew McIntyre or Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. So I'm going to take the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, to get another win at Survivor Series and beat Daniel Bryan in a great match. Next up in the Women's Championship match, well, not really anymore, as it will be the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey going against the 6-time WWE Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. And I'm going to go with Ronda Rousey to beat Charlotte here. I just think they want to get some momentum going with Ronda before that WrestleMania match, well, the projected WrestleMania match between her and Becky Lynch that they're saying could main event WrestleMania 35 in New York next year. So I'm going to take Ronda Rousey to get the win and prove to a lot of people that she is a main event player. So I'll take Ronda Rousey to get a win over Charlotte in a very high-profile match at Survivor Series. Next up, the Men's Survivor Series elimination match, Raw versus SmackDown. So right now I have Raw up 1-0 early on SmackDown. Next up will be Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley, all representing Monday Night Raw. On SmackDown, you have Shane McMahon, the quote-unquote best in the world, who I don't really think is the best wrestler in the world right now. The Miz, Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, and maybe a wrestler to be named later on to replace Daniel Bryan in that match. But I'm going to go with Team Raw again. I feel like Team Raw's got the better talent here. And I feel like they have two guys on Raw that they want to push right now, in Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman. So I think Team Raw's going to take the match here and get a win over Team SmackDown on Sunday night. Next up, in the Women's Survivor Series elimination match, representing Raw, it will be Nia Jax, Mickie James, Natalya, Tamina Snuka, and Ruby Riott, all representing the Raw brand. And over there on SmackDown, you have Carmella, Naomi, Asuka, Sonya Deville, and some person to be announced before Sunday night's pay-per-view. So I'm going to take Team SmackDown here. I feel like SmackDown's got the better Raw women's roster. So I'm going to take Team SmackDown to get the win here over Team Raw in the women's match. It should be a great match. I'll take Team SmackDown to get a win over Team Raw on Sunday night. Next up, the mid-card champions, as they like to call it, is it will be Raw's Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins going against SmackDown's United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm going to go with Raw and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has been looking great ever since winning the Intercontinental Championship back in SummerSlam back in August, and he's been looking strong ever since. So I'm going to take the Architect, Seth Rollins, to get a win over Shinsuke Nakamura. Should be a great match. One of the better matches on the card. I'll take Seth Rollins to get a win over Nakamura on Sunday. Next up for the Tag Team Championships, it will be the match between the Tag Team Champs. It will be AOP, who just won the titles a few weeks ago in jolly old England back a few weeks ago. And they will be taking on The Bar. Two managers on the outside with Drake Maverick representing the AOP, and Big Show finally back representing the Bar. So I'm going to take Sheamus and Cesaro to get a win here. As much as I think they may want to push the Authors of Pain, I feel like Sheamus and Cesaro will get the win here. So give me the Bar to get a win over the AOP on Sunday. Next up in the Tag Team Survivor Series elimination match, representing Raw, the team captains for Raw will be Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. And their partners will be the Ascension, Connor and Victor, who are back from a little bit of a hiatus. The Lucha House Party, who just debuted a few weeks ago from the 205 Live roster. And then you have the B Team, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. And you also have the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder over there on Raw. And then on SmackDown, you have the Usos, who are leading the way for Team SmackDown as they team up with the New Day, the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, the Colognes, who are back from their trip to the hotel that they own, I guess, and the Sanity. Sanity's been waiting for a match on SmackDown. They finally get it here at Survivor Series. I'm going to go with Team SmackDown to get a win here. I just feel like the Raw Tag Team division, besides the champions on Raw, have just been a bunch of jobbers. Bobby Roode is certainly not one of them, but I think the rest of his team is. So I'm going to go with Team SmackDown to get a win here over Team Raw in the Tag Team division on Sunday. So give me the Usos to lead the way for Team SmackDown to get a win over Team Raw on Sunday. And the final match on the card will be for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. As the new champion, Buddy Murphy, who just won his title back at Super Showdown in his hometown, in his home country of Australia. Just a few months ago, he won the title away from Cedric Alexander. And he goes against the challenger, Mustafa Ali. Should be a great match. Two very good high flyers. But I'm going to go with Buddy Murphy to retain. Buddy Murphy's only had the title for about a month or so now. And I don't think they're going to let him lose the title this early on in his reign. So I'm going to take the Australian Buddy Murphy to retain the WWE Cruiserweight Championship here on Sunday in a very high-profile match. Great card here for Survivor Series. And that will do it for this episode of Scott's Weekend Sports Today, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow with my dad. Hopefully he doesn't turn on me again this week and not come. And I'll be back tomorrow with my dad. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Always like, subscribe, comment, and share these videos with your friends, your subscribers, your aunts, your uncles, your neighbors, everybody. And I'll see you guys right back here tomorrow on Scott's Weekend Sports right here on YouTube. See you later, guys.